Did you know the average professional leaves 0,000 on the table over their career by not negotiating their salary? That's not a typo. $500,000. And the worst part? Most people skip this step because they're scared, unsure how to start, or think it's just not worth it. But it is worth it every single time. Let's start with the truth. You're being underpaid. Not necessarily because your employer hates you, but because they're counting on you not to ask. Studies from Glassdoor show that 68% of job seekers don't negotiate their first offer, but the ones who do, they earn an average of 0,000 more in starting salary, and that compounds over time. Let me show you how. Say you accept a 0,000 offer, but negotiate up to 5,000. Assuming a standard 3% annual raise, that 0,000 difference becomes over 5,000 in extra earnings over 10 years. That's a down payment on a house. That's student loans paid off. That's financial breathing room. And it all starts with one conversation. The real cost isn't in asking, it's in staying silent. Research from MIT and Tulane University found that women who negotiated their first salary earned $1 million more over their lifetime than those who didn't. This isn't just about confidence, it's about strategy. And the first step? Knowing your value isn't arrogant, it's essential. You bring skills, experience, and results to the table. Now it's time to price them accurately. Negotiation isn't about opinions, it's about data. Before you say a single word, you need 3 numbers: the industry average, the company's typical range, and your personal market value. Start with websites like PayScale, Glassdoor, and LinkedIn Salary Insights. Plug in your job title, location, and experience level. For example, a software engineer with 3 years of experience in Austin, Texas, averages $8,500. But at a big tech company, it could be $15,000. That gap? That's your negotiation window. Now cross-reference with Blind or Levels.fyi if you're in tech. These platforms show real employer-reported salaries, bonuses, and equity. Want even sharper data? Find someone in the same role. Ask politely on LinkedIn. I'm exploring roles in digital marketing. What's the typical compensation range for a mid-level specialist at companies like yours? Most people will share. Also check job boards. Some companies list salary ranges now due to transparency laws. California, Colorado, and New York require it. A listing for a project manager at a marketing firm might say $5,000 to $5,000. That's your range. Use it. Your goal isn't to guess. You're building a bulletproof argument. And when you walk into that negotiation with data, you're not asking, you're stating facts. You're not emotional, you're professional. And that's how you win. When you negotiate matters as much as how you do it. The sweet spot. Right after you've proven your value, but before you accept the offer. For job seekers, that's after the verbal offer, but before you sign. At this point, they want you. They've already decided yes. Now it's about terms. This is power. For current employees, timing your ask around performance reviews, project wins, or budget resets gives you leverage. Don't spring it on a Monday morning casually. Schedule a meeting. I'd like to discuss my compensation based on my recent contributions. According to a study by Salary.com, 70% of employees who asked for a raise got some increase, especially when they tied it to measurable results. Imagine you led a campaign that brought in 0,000 in new revenue. That's not just a win. It's a number you can anchor your ask to. Given the results I've delivered, I'd like to discuss adjusting my salary to reflect my impact. Never negotiate when you're angry, stressed, or on the verge of quitting. Emotion kills logic. Wait for the right moment, when you're calm, prepared, and in demand. And one more tip, avoid end-of-quarter or holiday seasons when budgets are tight. Aim for early in the quarter or after successful delivery. Timing turns a no into a yes. Now, the actual conversation. Most people mess this up by being too aggressive or too timid. You need confidence with collaboration. Use this 3-part phrase structure. 1. Appreciate. Start with gratitude. I'm really excited about this role and grateful for the offer. 2. Anchor. Share your research. Based on my experience and market data, the typical range for someone with my background is 2,000 to 0,000. 3. Ask. State your request clearly. I'd like to discuss adjusting the offer to 8,000. Let me give you a real example. Sarah, a UX designer, was offered 5,000. She responded, I'm really excited to join the team and appreciate the offer. From my research at similar tech companies in Seattle, designers with 4 years of experience are earning between 0,000 and 0,500. Given my portfolio and past impact on user retention, I'd like to discuss an offer of 8,000. Result? They agreed to 5,000. more staffing budget didn't plan for. You don't need to be pushy. You need to be prepared, polite, and precise. If they say, that's above our range, don't back down. Ask for non-salary perks, signing bonus, extra vacation, remote flexibility, or a 6-month review with a raise guarantee. Value comes in many forms. The key? Never say, is this negotiable? That hands them control. You're not asking permission, you're starting a conversation. They're going to push back. That's normal. The question is, are you ready? Let's drill the top 3 objections and how to respond. Objection 1. It's above our range. Don't accept that at face value. Say, I understand budget constraints. Can we explore creative solutions? For example, a signing bonus of 000 or a performance-based review in 6 months. Objection 2. We don't negotiate. A lot of companies say this, but many still do. Respond with, I respect that. If the base salary is fixed, could we adjust other parts of the package? More PTO, remote days, or professional development? You're still negotiating. You're just framing it differently. Objection 3. You don't have enough experience. Time to highlight results. While I've been in the field for 2 years, I've increased social media engagement by 140% and grown our email list by 10,000 subscribers. I'm delivering senior-level impact. That's why I believe this range is fair. A study by Harvard Business Review found that 57% of negotiators got a better offer after the first no. Meaning, they didn't get yes immediately, but they didn't stop. Silence is okay. If they pause, don't fill it. Let them think. And if they say no permanently, thank them, stay professional, and plan your next move. This isn't failure, it's intelligence gathering. Your paycheck isn't the only thing you should negotiate. In fact, in tight markets, companies are more flexible on perks, so you need to diversify your ask. Take remote work. A FlexJobs study showed remote roles can be worth 0.000 annually in savings, commute, lunches, wardrobe. If the salary is rigid, ask for 3 remote days a week. That's a 6-figure benefit in lifestyle value. Other options: extra vacation days. 5 extra days equals 0.000 in paid time off. A 0.000 signing bonus, tuition reimbursement, or A 0.000/year learning budget, equity or stock options. Even 0.05% at a startup could be 6 figures. A guaranteed 6-month performance review with raise potential. For example, when Mark was offered a job at a mid-sized SaaS company, the salary was firm at $10,000. Instead, he negotiated a 0.000 signing bonus for additional vacation days and a promotion path review at 10 months. Total value added, over $4,000. You're not just negotiating a number. You're designing a career package that supports your life, growth, and goals. Think bigger. You asked. You presented your case. And they said no. Now, what? First, don't panic. Don't burn bridges. Say, thank you for considering it. I appreciate the opportunity and look forward to contributing. Stay professional. That door may reopen. But more importantly, put a plan in motion. Ask, what would it take to reach that 5,000 level within the next year? Get it in writing if you can. Set measurable goals. Track your wins. In 6 months, revisit the conversation with a results portfolio. Also, use this as a signal. If your company refuses to value you despite strong performance, it may be time to look elsewhere. According to LinkedIn, employees who job hop every 2 to 3 years earn 25% more over 10 years than those who stay put. Loyalty is admirable, but it shouldn't cost you $500,000. Rejection today doesn't mean no forever. It means not yet or not here. And that's okay. Use it as fuel. You now have the exact tools, scripts, and strategies to negotiate your salary like a pro. This isn't about being pushy. It's about being prepared. It's about knowing your worth and having the courage to ask for it. And every time you do, you build confidence, power, and financial freedom. So go do it. Ask for the raise. Negotiate the offer. Get paid what you're worth. If this video helped you, smash that like button, subscribe for more real talk finance strategies, and drop a comment. I'm negotiating my salary this week. Let's hold you accountable. See you in the next one.